Hello.
Hello, 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 hello.
How do you
Hello.
do?
Welcome along.
Thanks very much. Oh, you weren't talking to me, were you?
Oh, everyone's always welcome.
Yeah. Davey's in chat.
Hey, Davey.
Up.
Good to see you, buddy.
We're not dead yet.
We need to play
We
a
all
game
survived the
with you one
weekend.
day.
Aiken.
Yeah. Vampire. Davey be up for a game of Vampire.
What's your
Yeah.
audio
Might ask
setup,
another
Davey?
Oh, well, I've been having a bit of a chat with Davey. Well, it's not very much of a chat because we were away, but a couple of DMs have gone back and forth. So I'm just picking Davey's brain around some of the stuff I've got planned for Britain by Night. So yeah, he's having a look at some of the stuff. I'm going to send him some stuff that you guys won't know about, and I'm sure he
Nice.
can
He's
come up
getting
with something.
spoilers.
Well, no, not
From
yet.
us.
But no, I'm Davey. I'm sure I can come up with far better ways of torturing your characters than I can.
Don't do it, Davey. Don't do it, Davey.
No, I'm still pretty damaged.
I can't trust. I'm surprised I managed to look her in the eye when we were away for the weekend.
When Hazel and I see each other in person, it's just you know how you can suppress trauma.
Yeah.
It never happened.
What else are you supposed to do with trauma? That's all you can do with it, isn't it?
Just
You embraced it and then inflict it on others.
Dave.
Harness
Yeah.
it and amplify it. Right,
Yeah.
got you.
Bury it deep down inside. Just
Just wait until it's forced under so much pressure that it just combusts and it takes out an entire city block.
No, wait until it's under so much pressure that it becomes a nice little diamond.
That you
Diamond
can
of
then
pure
use to beat
grief.
someone's head in.
I have a theory about this though. Yeah, because pressure does make diamonds, but the value of diamonds is falsely inflated. So
Yeah. Make of that what you will.
yeah. Okay,
Should we play some D&D?
let's play some D&D.
I'm a little scared of playing some D&D.
Yeah, go on then. Welcome back to Dolores Umbridge's bedroom.
Where's Jim? That's a good question. I don't know. Apparently he's back next week.
Mm-hmm.
Stepped through a portal and
yeah.
The carpets
We don't know.
the rug munchers attacked us. I think they were called those monsters.
That's
Why
exactly
did I
what they
say
were called.
Love munch.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, if anyone's offended by that, Hazel said it.
And then
That
Matt's
makes-
gonna saying
double-
it.
I'm going to keep saying it because it's a
See, I'm
great
being
name.
weird, but it's fine. So
It's a great name for a carpet-based monster
Monster.
in a dungeon. It is a good name.
That's what it was. That's all we were referring to.
Yes,
What's their actual name? They actually called what they're called.
they were
Spitting
actually.
Mimic.
Oh,
Okay.
Spitting Mimic.
Spitting Mimic or rug munchers. That's much more of a poetic ring to it.
if Martin's nieces and nephews are watching in the other cabin,
Oh,
get your mum to explain that to you.
Oh, good idea.
okay,
Definitely.
right. No swearing
Mum-
tonight.
oh,
Oh.
Ready without even saying a word, Hazel.
I'm not there. It's fine.
I think we killed all the carpet monsters anyway, so I think we'll be
Yeah,
fine.
last session. So I think you were in the Tower of Enchantment. I think it's either the 4th or the 5th tower that you've been in so
Enchantment.
far. Enchantment.
It's pink.
It's pink.
It's very nice.
pink.
I like the ambient lights and
You were lured upstairs, as you would expect in a Tower of Enchantment,
Arrow.
and you fought and killed a large oblex. Oblex, however you pronounce it.
Block like he's got hearts coming out as he's falling off.
Yeah, he was charmed, wasn't he?
he was properly
think.
smitten with the big monster.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the way it jiggled.
Oh. I've just remembered Tox lost his memory.
oh yes. Oh god.
Much of his memory, all of it.
No, just
Before-
the important bits.
Alright.
Only the last year or two.
Oh, that's alright.
Yeah.
Not much has happened that time.
No, just basically all of Icewind Dale is missing. But other than that,
Yeah. So you stand
did-
here in this vaguely pink lit room with this strange contraption over on the west wall. Big container that the Oblex was contained in, perhaps at some point. There's a bookshelf on the southern wall. And you stand there catching your breath with goo on the floor. The Oblex you've just dispatched. What would you like to do?
I think we were saying now might be a good time for a long rest, and then maybe when Tok wakes up, he'll remember a lot of the things that happened. Most of the things, all of the things, preferably.
you're talking about me like I'm not here again. I remember what happened.
Yeah? No, I told you. Okay, now this you should remember a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
You have forgotten a lot.
Surely I'd remember if I'd forgotten something.
How would you do that?
Just checking
So-
my camera's not frozen.
I'm pretty
Do
sure
we-
I remember. Yeah.
Do you remember me?
No, I think it would be about good to introduce yourself. So I'm Tok. I'm from Icewind Dale. I travelled south to Waterdeep to find a cleric, effectively. It's nice to meet you.
Right. I'm Eris. And she takes one of the necklaces from like within Scotland, and you gave me this because we're good friends and we had a bit of a falling out and we wanted to be friends again. So you gave me this, and so we just. I'm sorry you can't remember me. We can make new memories though.
Cass, I think our new goblin friend has perhaps taken some sort of mind effect from that beast, that creature. She seems to think she knows me. Perhaps you should sit down, Eris.
I don't know how to get you to understand. You know, sometimes magic can do weird stuff. We do know Eris. We love Eris.
At
It's
this
you
point,
that's
Eris is just
forgotten.
hugging Tok's knee.
But hopefully after a rest you'll remember. Because we're on a really important mission and I could really do with not losing my best friend right now.
Okay, it's fine. I'm here. We're not. There's no issue. Your goblin friend is a little bit clingy, though.
I'm your friend as well, and you're my friend.
I recognise
We're friends now.
the star cluster. That's Mystara, isn't it? That on your
Yeah.
necklace. Yeah, we use it to navigate in the north.
We've navigated using the stars together, and sometimes when I can't see because there's stuff in the way, you'll put me on your shoulders and I'll look. And
Sounds
we've been in lots of fights together, and you've saved me and I've saved you, and I don't know how to make him remember.
You don't need to be
Yeah.
upset. I'm fine.
At some point while they're talking, I'll go over to Threadreader and go, I've looked at him medically. Don't understand. Think this is more your area. Threadreader, can you look at him, please?
I should do my best, but I'm not sure this is my field either. But I'll have a look.
Don't remember breaking my ribs though. When was that?
Anyone
Might
who's
have been-
checking Tok out can make a medicine roll.
I won't because I did last time and learnt nothing.
I can't. Can someone do it? Can someone get access to my character sheet?
Oh,
Well, Eris just rolled a 23.
Where's Tom?
Sorry, I can't.
What is it? A medicine?
yes.
I treated it as
Yeah. Eris, you've encountered people who've lost their memory before. Usually accompanied by a blow to the head or some kind of trauma, and memories have been suppressed. You've never known of a fix for it, other than time and prayer or hope or care, maybe tokens of items or memories of physical things that you can maybe try and jog memories of the time that's missing. That's what you've seen in the past, but it's always been very hit and miss. There's no real sort of you should take such a route or whatever it may be, and that will fix it. It's hit and miss, and it's time will tell.
And I look quite badly hurt, I would say.
I think you're muted.
Okay. Would I be aware of what fight actually caused what's going on with Tok? Would I be able to figure out what it did to him? Was it a physical blow or was it spell related?
What related? Spell related. I would say you wouldn't have the experience. I mean, it was definitely as a result of the encounter with the Oblex. But what the nature of it is, you probably wouldn't know. You've never encountered anything like this before.
Okay.
I mean, I think the suggestion to just rest for a little while can never be a bad thing.
If you still can't remember tomorrow, Tuck will. We'll work something out.
I think I'd remember if I was friends with a goblin. No offense, Eris. I'm sure you're a valorous goblin of esteem and power, but you don't seem familiar.
It's okay.
Who's the big one as well?
Ah.
Well, you know me too, but clearly you don't remember it. I met you here in Icewind Dale shortly before you met Eric.
We're not in Icewind Dale. Where are we?
Icewind Dale under the glacier.
In
Exploring sorry.
in an ancient Neverese ruin, to be precise.
Looking for a weapon to take down the Frostmaiden.
You know about the Frost Maiden?
That's what we've been doing for the past year that you don't remember.
A year?
Everyone in this room we have fought with and we love, apart from Valen. She's someone we've come to an agreement with, and you in particular don't trust her. But for now, we're working together. But everyone else in this room, you just don't remember.
I mean, Valen looks quite distinguished with that eye patch. I've always thought eye patches make people look trustworthy.
Oh, thank you, good sir. I must say I'm a little hurt by your comments, but I expect as much now, I suppose.
Hurt? It makes you look distinguished, trustworthy. Someone of weight and power, who has influence.
You sure you didn't get knocked on the head?
This man's judgment seems perfectly acceptable to me.
I bet it does.
I mean, I did get hit in the head, I'm pretty sure. And the ribs. And look, and my wrist is clicking. Look, if I...
Let's have a rest and think on this again tomorrow.
I'll take first watch.
I shall make the little dome keep us safe.
Okay. So you make your preparations, you set up the dome. Is there anything else you would like to do during the rest period? Or are you just trying to get some shut eye? Who's taking first watch, did you say?
Me.
Fee. What are you looking for in particular? Where are you checking, or?
Is there a
What does you-
window in this room?
Yeah, there are, yeah.
I'll do occasional checks out the window for any movement in the city and obviously listen for any sound within the tower.
Okay. Make a perception check for me, please, then.
I'll also have a little cry.
Oh, nice. Yeah, how many hours do you get as your watch?
Oh, I can do 4, yeah.
Okay. It passes quite uneventfully, really. You check on everyone, make sure they're comfortable. Keep passing by the windows. You don't see any activity at all. Comes close to the end of your watch, and the temperature drops significantly. It gets really cold, and it seems to hold. I mean, it's almost to the temperature where it was outside when you were up on the surface level. And as you'd got deeper, strangely, you seemed to, because you were isolated from the wind and the chill factor, etc., wind chill factor, it almost seemed a little bit not warmer but more tolerable, and it's gone right back down again now to almost the levels you were on the surface. That's the main thing you notice with the 20, but you don't hear any sounds or.
I will take out my thermal cube and place it near where people are sleeping.
Nice. Okay, so that will conclude your watch. Who do you
I will
wake?
wake Eris. I know she's got good eyes. And I will tell her, I know, you know, he's lost his memory, but please don't take any of it to heart.
I'm trying not to. I'll set up watch. If I can I'll sit near Tok's head and just throughout my watch, starting from the moment I met them, where I saw them in the distance, the sled, and while shaped into a weasel and snuck on, I will just start as he sleeps, telling him the story because I know that people can process as they sleep. So I'm just trying to set that seed of memory while I keep watch.
Okay, very good, very good. You can make a perception with disadvantage then if you're not really looking through windows or making a special effort.
13.
Okay. As you'd expect, you don't notice a great deal. You're thankful of the thermal cube. You stay quite toasty. Make sure everybody seems comfortable. There's a little bit of tossing and turning, but everyone seems to continue with their rest. Who do you wake?
Not heard. His perception's not great. I think I'd wake Locke.
Okay.
Don't know who's got control of him.
Yeah, anyone can make a perception roll with Locke if you'd like.
Oh, Locke.
Oh, Locke. Lock.
Why did I think he'd have a higher perception? I'm sorry. I made a mistake.
Yeah, Locke paces around. None of you know because you're all asleep, but for the outside in, looking in, he kind of spends a little time poking what's left of the ooze, rummaging around the bits of machinery, and not just absent-mindedly, not really paying much attention, casts a glance out the window from time to time, just pulls his cloak up around him, bored, ready to get moving again. But yeah, he doesn't really notice anything.
Can I retroactively do something?
Yes.
Before I go to bed, can I make a little prayer to Lathander? Just,
Yes, you may.
I get my power from you, but my strength from my friends. So if you can help with whatever has happened in any way, I don't think we can defeat the Frost Maiden without him. I don't know. I don't know. Please.
Okay. You see no, or notice no outward sign of any kind of recognition, but you don't always, or very, very rarely anyway, so that's nothing unusual for you. So yeah, everyone, let's push the time on a little. 8 hours for a long rest.
I will
Okay.
sleep right through.
You may choose new spells, roll any hit dice, whatever else you may do or need to do on a long rest.
In the swap over between Cass and Eris, I think I'd try and talk to Cass about, like, I think I know a spell. I think it might be a bit more clericy. But I'm happy to give it a go unless she wants to do it. And so I'll ask Cass about Greater Restoration. I know we've got diamonds, and that's kind of all I really know about the spell. It's not something I have any great knowledge of because I've just learnt it. But yeah, so I just ask her if she wants me to try or if she can do it.
I wanted to try that if she. Sorry, my dinner was delivered. Just talk, not. Oh, yeah.
So I said,
Just
this is
stays asleep.
between our.
Sorry, yeah.
I'll swap over.
It doesn't come back overnight, if it's not just something that needs a rest, sometimes with these things it's just a rest. Yeah, I was thinking of doing the same.
Well, tomorrow, if he's happy to stay, what if he doesn't want to stay with us?
I think he will. He seems to remember Kath.
The threads that bind us we've forged over time, but
I'm worried that he's
we were always
not going to
meant
like what we're doing because he doesn't understand it.
I shall have a look through these books accumulated and see if there's anything that I can find to help.
He's still Tok. He's just Tok a year ago. He would come to the same decisions.
I'll tell. Should I tell him our stories? Should I tell him?
That's a good idea. Something like
I can show him how he taught me to hit people on the head with my shillelagh, and the roaring thing. I've been practicing, and like you hit him with the sharp and the blunt end, and I can show him all of that.
It's a good idea. Anything sensory, I think, like that might help him remember.
But don't wake him.
No.
Let him get the full rest.
In the morning. Okay.
I'll definitely. He'll
And-
be asleep, but he will roll away from that heat cube.
Oh,
Roll
I
into
will
the
have
cold.
placed it as far away from you, but near like Eris and people.
and it's difficult to identify when morning comes. There's no sun down here, of course, but your body clocks kind of let you know when you've had enough sleep and enough rest, that you feel rested enough to be able to continue on. Threadreader, you said you were looking at the bookcase. You'll make an investigation check, please.
Mm. Sure.
Or somebody can roll it for him, maybe, if you're struggling.
I might sort of twist my phone around. Hang on, here we go. Did that work?
It did, yeah. A couple of things. The ancient manuals, lots of manuscripts that they're not. It's not like earth-shattering revelations. That it's basic uses of enchantment magic, sleep cycles, neuroscience, that sort of thing. It's more sciencey based rather than magic, although there are some references to magic in there. So not a great deal, but still would be useful and possibly handy in a library somewhere or to the right collector. So the books, if you wanted to take any, would probably be worth around 200 gold pieces if you was to try and sell them at the right place.
I should take them, but no intention of selling them. They're coming back with me to Candlekeep.
Yeah, I thought so. And the other main thing, of course, is as you start taking some of the tomes off, you realise that the bookshelf doesn't belong here. It's been hastily shoved in front of a door.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Look here. This. There's a door behind this bookshelf.
Do you want to do we need to move this and go through? What if it's a trick?
It might well be, but I just doesn't. I'm the point now where curiosity is likely to be my end, I suppose. But this is also fascinating. We need to. Yes, let's look.
Can I ask what time this is happening?
Yeah, it's after you've all woken up, so it's probably early hours of the morning. Make a survival check if you want to know the exact time, or try to guess the exact time.
I was just working out
Yeah,
whether this was in the night or not. Night.
Yeah, nobody woke Threadreader up, so it wouldn't be part of the watch. So you'd have had his long rest.
My dome disappears, I think. So,
Right.
yeah. I'm sorry, I got a bit distracted by the door. I can't see anything that will help Tom. Not at a quick glance, anyway. It's all rather complicated, actually. There's not a lot of magic involved in all this, but yeah, I don't know what more to say. I just hope the rest has done him some good.
Oh yeah, so long rest completed. How do you feel, Tok?
Do you remember anything that you couldn't last night? If you remember.
What do you remember about yesterday? And the day before that?
What do you remember about me? When did we meet?
I think I probably look at Eris, and I don't know if she wants to
Kick
follow.
him in the
But
shins.
Oh, oh, very different reactions. I just hug him.
Well, at
I
the
was-
same time,
Worried about you, and she just starts bawling.
That's it.
thing
Remember me?
The thing we fought yesterday made you forget everything. After Waterdeep,
Did it? Oh.
yeah.
I think if I'd forgotten, I'd remember.
Let's not do this again. Trust me, you forgot. It was difficult to deal with, but it looks like the rest has helped.
Eris is bawling. She's just.
I'll just
You
pick
might
you up
want
and
to-
put on my shoulders.
She does a proper, like, this is like hugging a toddler that is too tired.
He'll be like, I can't breathe.
Pretty much.
you have to periodically crack the tears off your skin on your face. It's because the temperature's really dropped.
It was a really good dream, though. Like the snow was melting. It was summer. It was this time of year. It was like it should be.
Hope it can be real. This is why we're here.
Yeah, I hope it comes true. Sorry if I worried anyone. I don't remember not remembering.
It's not your fault. It's okay. Could you help Threadreader move that bookshelf?
Yeah.
Yeah, no roll required. It's easy enough with the two of you. And sure enough, there's a portal behind. Doorway, portal. Nothing special, nothing fancy, nothing ornate. Just a plain wooden door with a handle.
Do you want me to smash it? What's bonking? I can hear like a bonking noise.
Who is the bonker?
It's Tom.
Sorry.
Tom's the bonker.
The
Phantom bonker.
I'm trying to manipulate stuff with my phone, but every time I touch the screen, it must make a bonk.
Hey, we've all been there.
Okay.
Right.
Hang on.
I'll just try the door. Is it got a door handle or is it a... Oh, yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
What?
No, not you. That.
What?
I can see someone in black robes.
Oh. That?
Can you-
Yeah.
Yeah, you've opened the door and look in, and everyone's nervous, of course. And there's an emaciated female human, you presume wizard, dressed in tattered pink scraps, seated in a chair, just staring blankly out of one of the tower windows. towards the glacier wall. The golden staff lies on the ground beside the chair.
Probably dead.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
We're taking anything for granted. There's been
You're probably
talking,
frozen.
all sorts of things have been talking around here.
We haven't really met any people, though, have we? We've met things. There's
So I'm
not
thinking,
really- I mean, even that person that we thought was a person wasn't actually a person.
this is true. Shall we go?
Circle
Oh,
round.
sorry,
and-
I've just stepped in.
I'm just going to mage armor myself as Tok steps in.
Okay.
Talk.
Just line up there if you could.
Talk.
I
if you
love
go
it when my
round-
players line up in a line.
I'm still picking spells. 'Cause
I can't
we're
move.
not
I've
prepared.
just assumed I'm keeping the same spells. Ah.
I don't have any spells. I
This
just
is
have
the
to...
first sleep we've had where I can prepare for fights.
That's true. I should have a look. But Talk, if you come round one way, I'll go round the other. Can you pick up or actually don't pick things up? That leads to bad things. If you can just move the staff with your foot away from the person, and I'll just see if they're okay.
Pretty sure they're going to be frozen. I will use my halberd and try and slide the staff away.
Yeah, it moves. It skitters away a little.
If we come round the front, what do we see?
Yeah, pretty much what you were expecting. Tallies up with what you saw from behind. This really, really old woman, emaciated, greying hair, gaunt, and even as you appear round the side and what you would expect to be in her peripheral vision, there's no movement in the eye, just staring off blankly towards the glacier wall. You do see very, very slowly thin, ragged wisps of breath every now and again emerge.
Oh, she's alive.
Well, can we help her? Can someone? Can you move my token in? I can't move it.
Never mind, can we help her? Can we help you?
I'm so sorry. Something to work at all on my phone. I can see it. That's about it.
Yeah, let me have a look. Hello, I don't know if you can hear me or see me. I'll try and get into her line of vision. I'm going to just have a quick look over you to see how I can help if I can. And yeah, I would like to see if I can work out how on earth this person is alive.
Medicine check, I guess. And with your... Oh, cool.
Blimey.
Could I use that yesterday?
Yeah, combined with your passive perception, you'll notice that the similarities with the fake wizard that greeted you downstairs, it actually turned out to be the Oblex. Similarities are striking. Of course, this being is a lot worse for wear. And you also notice the crown, or the circlet headpiece. That was on the fake earlier as well.
Thread reader, did you identify what this circlet was? What it did?
Can do. Cool.
There's a spitting image of the person that got us into the fight yesterday, so I don't really want to.
Well, give me some time and I'll look at the crown and the staff and see if we can decipher anything from them. I shall start ritually casting Identify.
Okay.
Well,
How long do you need for that?
It'll take me
10 minutes, is it?
11 minutes, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, as you step into eyeline as well, you there is some movement, some slight movements of the head. The eyes change direction in response to you being there, but they don't come into focus. They just look straight through you, and there's no response to any verbal interaction.
I think she
Not
does
the cat's
seem.
a-hole.
I mean, she moves when we come into vision. I think to some extent, how could we help her? Well, then I'll start. Do you ever think about that while I look at these?
If this person is alive, then that feels like an invasion of personal space. So I'm going to wait for Threadreader.
Your medicine check, Cass, would not give you that impression that was the case.
Yeah, okay.
Think that
This
she
person's
is alive.
definitely alive.
Maybe she
good
just
roll.
needs warming up.
Maybe, but I want to
Slowly.
know more about who this person is before we do. What if we're waking up someone that's a threat to us? This thing on her head seems important.
Well, what was that thing on the other person's head? Kept them alive. Was that thing real, or was that...
That's what they said.
Or could this be that thing? Does she have anything on her head, Steve? Like a...
Yeah, there's a band that looks the same.
Red Reader's identifying it as we chat.
Oh, I thought
that would make the most sense if that ooze was copying or mimicking in some way, or using the identity of this poor being, then it would copy every detail.
I guess 10 minutes pass.
And 10 minutes pass. So you find it's called a Crown of Timeless Body. Magical item. Whilst wearing this crown, you age more slowly. For every 100 years that pass, your body ages only 1 year.
Ooh. I think it may be the crown that is. She's not. She's very, very old. And how is she keeping it?
Okay. So she's being kept alive magically. There's no corrupting element. We don't have to worry about if we warm this lady up.
Well, I think if I take off the crown, that might actually be the end of her.
Let's not do that then, because it could be helpful. Group vote, shall we?
Yeah, but how long? I'm probably not one to speak of this because I already died once. But how long is too long? How long should each of us live?
I mean, this doesn't seem like much of an existence, but it's perhaps not our choice. Anyway, I'll have a look at the staff now just to see if there's anything in that.
Okay, begin the timer once more. But your medicine check as well, Cass. I think it'd be fair to give you a little more insight.
I was going to ask what kind of things can I do to help the thermal cube, maybe give a drink. I don't know.
Based on the encounter in the previous room, the fact that this seems to be the entity that Oblex was mimicking or copying, and the fact that it was able to completely wipe out Tok's memories, it had the ability to do that, could give you some indication that she's had that effect done to her. Whether it's reversible is unknown, but she's sort of been placed in a catatonic state with all the memories, you would presume, gone, cognitive functions, etc. And she was just being kept alive by this crown, and the Oblex was using her to stay alive, or whatever its motives were. But
I will, whilst Threadreed is looking at the staff, because I know she can still hear, probably take everyone outside the room, tell them all that, and then ask Locke if he can telepathically communicate with her and see what her state of mind is.
okay, you'd be able to do that, I think. And without a roll either. And I would say that while there is fragments there, there's not enough to join up that would let you get much sense from her. Yeah. Severe mental trauma, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it
This
took too
feels like
much.
a difficult but necessary decision needs to be made here.
Well, I can only say what I would want if it was me, if I was sat there for hundreds, thousands of years, unable to move. That sounds like torture to me. I would hope that you let me go if that happens. We're all a product of our memories, and if we don't have those, then who are we?
Are we agreed? This is what needs to be done?
I mean, do you think she might recover?
She's too old. She could make new memories, but I don't know if she could put the work, if she could recover who she used to be.
If she has been here since this place fell, then she's had her time. Many times over.
I could take this crown. I could remove it. I am experienced in the necrotic, the necromantic. It would be safer with me, I think.
I've
You
taken
mean you want
hats
to
off
live
Velen.
forever?
As she says that, even though I'm incanting over the staff, I will place myself between her and the body.
And I think Herd will also step forward at that.
We're not saying you can't. We all get spoils from this adventure, but at this point in time, we just collect and we'll decide at the end what goes where and to whom. Does anyone have minor illusion or something they can show a nice image whilst she does? I've never had to. I mean, none of us have ever had to take a life like this, but it's just so.
Why don't you let her hold your cube?
Look, can you put an image, put something like that in her mind while we do it? I'm still incanting.
He's just looked up. Is it a window?
Yeah, it's just
She's
one
just
of the
looked out
portals
this
in the tower.
window for thousands of years. I don't know why. I just wanted to see something different.
I think she would like to feel warmth again.
Yeah, we can do that. Flock doesn't have minor illusion or anything.
If you don't want to do it, I can. You can go outside.
No, I'll if you do it, but I'll take the cube and I'll put it in her hands or as close as I can, and I will attempt to put my hands around her hands and fill her vision. Like, you have lived such a long time. You have so many stories to tell. And you will finally move on to tell them. I'm sorry.
I shall remove the crown.
And as you do so, the magical effects sustaining what you could barely call life in this presumably ancient being fades away. With it, so does the remaining life. And she slumps, and her eyes were vacant. Now there's nothing. They become glassy, and without the heat of her own body to warm her, they quickly freeze over.
That was a kindness. I hope when I go, you're the last thing I see, Cass.
I hope not, because I don't want to see you go. And let's not talk about that.
You're part elf. You'll outlive me. I've always known that. But we've got time.
So the crown actually does have a few more features, which I will share. And the staff thread reader you finish identifying is a staff of enchantment.
We'll tell that to everyone.
Cast a spell once per 100 years. That's once then.
It's often cast. The crown. I can't see either of them.
Oh, so I'll read it out for you. So while wearing this crown, you age more slowly. For every 100 years that pass, your body ages only 1 year. The crown has 3 charges, which are used to fuel the spells within it. While wearing the crown, you can use your action to cast one of the following spells from the crown, even if you're incapable of casting spells. You don't have to be a spellcaster to use it. Sapping Sting, which is a cantrip, but you can upcast it, which is, it's like I say, it's only a cantrip, but one of the side effects is it knocks something prone if it fails con save. Temporal Shunt, which is a reaction spell. So you can use it as a reaction, and if you're successful or the DC's failed, then you almost rewind time as if that thing never happened. So if you're being attacked by an enemy, it swings and hits you, you use your reaction, reverses time, and that never happened, and even the creature doesn't know that it happened. And the last one, which you can only cast once every 100 years, is Time Ravage, which has got a few bit more complicated. It's a 9th level spell, I think.
Wow.
So within range, putting its physical form through the devastation of rapid aging. The target must make a con save, blah, blah, blah. Necrotic damage, 10d12 necrotic damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. If the save fails, the target also ages to the point where it has only 30 days left before it dies of old age. In this age state, target has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws, and its walking speed is halved. Only the wish spell or a greater restoration cast with 9th level slot can end these effects and restore the target to previous age.
Ellen is not getting this crown, I say in my head.
Too right. What
Well,
about
let's.
And
what
and
about
the staff of enchantment. Sorry,
Yeah, what's that do?
I think Locke's already got one from somewhere else. I don't know why I can't find it. It was in there. There's one on Locke's character anyway. Staff of Charming. Sorry.
Staff of Charming. Okay.
Yeah, which should be in the items that you can look
Oh.
through.
Well, let's put these somewhere, like Cass said, and we'll think about them when we're done.
Yeah, I agree. I think Cass
Well,
has it right. We'll agree who gets what after this is all over.
I think if we wait, these items could help us now as we progress.
I mean, we're doing okay around these towers. I mean, I certainly agree that we could use them if there's nothing to go down.
In an emergency, if we suddenly decide we want to use one of these things, then we won't have the time for attunement.
We're not using this crown, Belin. It's not happening. It's too much. I'm
Too
trying
much to keep us alive.
No, too much to trust. You ask too much.
I only ask for our agreed upon bargain.
Get you here.
We've done that, and so far you've been about as much use as a chocolate teapot, Velin.
Well, yes, that's why I needed your assistance. If I could do this on my own, I would have.
I'm not just talking about that. I'm talking about when things are going badly wrong, you just stand there and watch. It's like you want us to fail, so you can just take everything and go. Is that because you're out of your league here, or because you want us to fail so you can take everything?
If you fail, I fail. I don't get out. I don't get any items, but the way it's going, I don't get any anyway. I've received nothing from this expedition so far. Everything we find, you take.
You'll have your share when we finish. Can we leave it at that, please? We won't. We're not here to be unfair, but what you asked with this crown, it's too much.
I understand what you say, but the chances of our success greatly increase if we use the things we find.
What about the staff, Fred Reader?
The staff? Yes. Okay. If you wish to use
just for
something
now.
else, here's have the staff. But the crown is too much. If you feel that it's necessary for someone else to use it, then I will trust one of my other companions. But I can't. But I am not able to trust you that. I know that you've done nothing so far to show that. Call it prejudice, if you will. It is what it is.
I will agree to this if that is your offer. I think, and to show that it is not agreed on my part. If you want to, one of the other party members to attune to this, that we might use it for success, total success at the end, then yes, please do so.
I mean, she's speaking sense. We could use it without deciding who gets it. And that can be decided after. I don't want to see any of you fall in here.
I don't mind.
Enough friends.
I don't want to. It's not a magic. I'm convinced. And I don't want to live any longer than my own view.
It makes you live longer, does it?
It does.
Like this is the same as like an elf, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I agree that we should use it in our fight. It's not a commitment, and keeping it forever that can be discussed afterwards, but we came here looking for weapons. I don't understand these or know these spells that it can cast.
I vote.
But someone should
Eric.
wear it.
Or talk, wouldn't it?
I don't know how to do spells.
That might be safest then. You won't risk using it just because you can.
I would like Eris to have it if I had a choice. Goblins don't live very long, and I'd like her to see how she can get them.
I'm a
There's
little
lots to
scared
learn.
that
Not a lot of time to do it.
I would argue for Tok purely because you, Threadreader, and Eris, and I can all cast spells and lock. I think it should be one of the martial fighters that, if they aren't within martial proximity, they will still have something they could potentially use. Other than a javelin, I guess.
Shouldn't underestimate a javelin.
I don't underestimate them, especially in your hands, but in essence they're not magical, and sometimes magic is the only thing that can do damage to powerful creatures.
I've never worked any magic in my life.
You did, when you were possessed. That was weird.
Would you like to?
Mum used to say that I was about as clever as a tree and that I shouldn't chase notions of magic because I'll be disappointed.
It
So
does
she
seem
was
as
like, just
if
eat the protein, as much protein as you can get, as many eggs as you can get, and grow big. And she was right.
it does seem that this artifact would bypass all that protein, my big friend. But I would say the school and the necromantic particular slant on this item, I would be more than happy to guide you in its use, and I can show you how best to control it if you would like.
I mean, I do have one other concern. I'm not sure I suit hats.
what does it actually look like?
Tell me how you imagine it to look like.
It's got to be a tiara.
If it's
I imagine
necromantic, it's going to be quite
I-
pointy and
In my head, it's fawny. It's
an edgy tiara.
Yeah, well,
I was
I'm
imagining the religious crown of thorns kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, I will say, yeah, all those are true. I would add a little bit of detail to say that it looks like whoever made it has tried their best to make it what they imagine beautiful standard jewelry might look like. So there's the obvious sort of design cues that you've seen 100 times in just any old jewelry shop in any street.
like it's got like a bit that goes up and it
Yeah,
goes
so
and
it's been heavy-handedly sort of. It's got all the obvious necromantic cues, but it's got some heavy-handed, clumsy attempts at trying to make it a little bit more beautiful and maybe a little feminine, and so it's almost a bit of a clumsy combination of the two.
I mean, I'm scared of it, but I can. If you think I would be okay with it, I can keep it for now.
If you're scared, I can always put it on for a bit to show you that it's okay.
But sometimes bad things happen to you, and
Not
bad
really.
things happen to you more often than they happen to me.
I'm not sure that's true.
I'm just. Yesterday you forgot who I am, and you got taken over by someone.
Sock's not worried because he never remembers the bad things
I don't
that
remember
happen
that
to him.
either.
We were on the island, and then they nearly made you walk off a cliff, and then you've nearly died on multiple occasions.
I have a vague
then...
memory of you punting a weasel.
I forgot about that.
Weasel punter.
It's just
When did that happen?
Because bad things happen to you, Talk, and I'm a little bit worried, and I think Frederica might be correct that it would. What if this is bad?
Bad in what way?
What if this is bad, and what if it gets into Talk's brain?
Gets into my brain.
You've got one.
I know, but what's it going to do in there?
Any number of things. It could make you forget us, or it could make you do bad things. We don't just because we know.
It might make me look fabulous.
I don't think this makes anyone look fabulous, and I think it might suit me a bit more than it suits you.
I'm glad you said that because I hate it.
I don't particularly like it, but I don't think anyone will question if they see a goblin wearing it.
I agree. I think you should wear it. But let's be honest, if you put it on and it does a thing to you, I'm not going to be able to sort it.
And you can pump me like a weasel.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I mean, I could.
What did I just say?
Oh.
Well, I don't want to punt you. That's just... I think that's rude in any culture.
That's got to go on a greetings card.
Yeah, a T-shirt. Look. I just think, like, if I put it on, you and Threadreader and everyone can, and then something bad happens, you can sort me out. If you put it on or Threadreader puts it on, that's it. Try not to laugh. But Hazel just got off screen.
I was bad enough so I know so boots of weasel.
+1.
Boots of weasel punting +1. Poor weasel.
Very specific magical item.
But if now Talk, you know that I think that you are very brave and you've got a certain type of intelligence that suits you. But
Okay.
if this tries to make us, one of us, bad,
Yeah.
then I think there's another type of intelligence or wisdom that might be better at withstanding that. And I'm sorry about this, but your brain has been scrambled a few times.
So I'm told.
Yeah, it's been scrambled enough that you're unaware of a lot of stuff. And Cass, I know that you're worried about Tok not having magic, but we can find him something else that maybe isn't so powerful.
I've never found anyone that can do magic that is powerful enough to stop me smacking them with a massive stick. Not that I want to go up against your tidal wave thing, or the fireballs, or that.
Do more than that now.
Yeah.
And
You put it on. If you turn evil, I will punt you off to the horizon. That's a promise. And I shall
Thank
do it
you,
with
Tok.
love.
And then this way, I might
I won't.
I might have enough chance to learn to read and write a few different languages, and then I can learn more spells, and then I can go to school with Fred Reader and
It'll be wonderful.
can live like you.
You'll love it. No, I think this is a good idea. It can't make you someone you're not. Don't worry about that.
It's in this place, and we've seen stranger things happen. I mean, it looks scary.
Just putting this out there, if something bad was to happen, like you say, whoever puts this crown on, if it's me, then you get to kill me. It's what you've always wanted.
Kill us. I would never kill them.
I don't want to kill you, Valin. I just want you to stop your blasphemous practices. That's all. I don't want to kill anyone. Ever. I'm sick of killing things.
I agree.
Well, if
I'm
people
all
stop
about
killing
the
things, what are you going to do? You don't have any...
I'm
Won't
all
have
about
any
the
of your
extension
zombies.
of life. I like to give life to things.
It's not life. It's
Anyway.
just a poor imitation of life. It's a mockery of life.
We won't let you become someone you're not.
Sorry, Threadreader, I didn't hear that. I think your face was in a book.
I just said we won't let you become someone you're not, Erin.
That we're agreed on.
So
I won't need to punt you off to the horizon. You're small, but you're mighty. And you're wise.
Shall I take it?
Take it. Leave.
Okay.
And if you don't like the look of it, we'll find you a hat or something.
I think it will suit me.
It's kind of goblin-y.
Yeah. You can tell she's a little bit sad about that.
Okay. You should lower it onto your head.
Don't spot that you're sad, sorry.
Nothing much happens. As you already know, you will need to attune to it, so you'll need
Yeah.
a short rest or some downtime to do that. So, but you have it. It's there. It's on your person. And you all spot Velin kind of looking over the newly formed corpse, muttering to herself that most of the tendons are still attached here. There's some good cartilage. I think this could make a fine companion.
Herd steps up.
Okay.
Like, let
So
her
we're
rest
missing.
for a little while at least.
We seem to be missing a sentence from this tower, I would say.
Yes.
Bit of the poem, you mean?
Yeah, I think maybe this good lady would have the answer, but she's no longer with us.
Oh, crap.
I can help with that.
Oh,
I have speak with dead.
Wait, I thought necromancy was off limits.
not one tap.
Let me double check I've prepped it. I think I did, because I thought we might have to do this at some point. What? Okay, so we'll have 5 questions. What do we want to ask them?
For the part of the poem.
Yeah, the bit of the
Any-
poem.
Anything else?
If there's anything,
Yes, it's
what
prepped.
else might we need to know? What the other towers are? What the thing in the middle is? What dangers we might need to worry? I don't know. Is there any weapons here? In the city, I mean.
What
Are
is?
any bad side effects of that crown?
That's a good question.
That's my certain kind of intelligence. Whatever that means.
Well, if you're going to go ahead with this double standard, it's okay with me. But might I say that if this is who we think and is thousands of years old, I would recommend perhaps trying to ask your questions in Elvish, or if you've already done some research into the conversion of the draconic texts that we've seen previously, that you form your words your best using the appropriate language for someone from this city.
Can I use my fancy character sheet? I have the linguist.
Oh, is it talent, is it?
Yeah, I have the linguist.
Oh, nice.
If we figure out the questions, I can give me some time. I'm sure I can formulate them into the same language that we see. I can just reading in these books.
Yeah, I'll give you that. No roll required.
Okay, so what dangers may we meet in this city? Are there any bad side effects to the circlet? What is the line from the octad for this tower? Do you like cats?
Are you pooping?
How do you hunt weasels?
How do you... What?
And how well do you punt weasels?
Oh,
Yeah.
What's the furthest you've ever punted a weasel?
I never have, but I have a very strong mental image of Eris punting a weasel. That's weird.
Slightly complex question, but from the lines that we have, first shield thy heart with a wand and stand firm in the circle and consume poison. Do we just say these lines, or
How do we get the wand from the tree?
basically, how much do we have to action the lines as well as say them? Is that a good question?
Yes, so what have we got? What's her line from the poem? Is there any negative of the crowd? How do we get the wand from the tree? I think is what.
Climb it. Oh, was
Oh.
that question not for me? Sorry.
No, a question to ask.
Oh, we
Oh,
haven't looked at the tree yet. Maybe it's obvious.
Or maybe but would it not be a good opportunity to make sure? I'd rather get an obvious answer than get them and not know.
I could just ask the tree.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, with that. That would be better. Okay, Eris, do that.
Maybe we wait until we have more questions.
It's a good point.
That's the most helpful thing you've contributed so far.
well, that
I will take the
speaking
crown
the
as a
language.
payment. I joke, of course. We Harpels are known for our humor.
How did you end up with the Brotherhood?
I applied to join. And they accepted.
Why the Brotherhood?
Why what, sorry?
Why the Brotherhood?
They are an esteemed arcane organization, I would say. Lots of resource. Why not?
The way they conduct themselves. The lust for power.
I think if you judged most cities on the Sword Coast the same, you would find every mayor and minor warlord guilty of the same. Where did you come from? Waterdeep, you say? Neverwinter.
Candlekeep.
Candlekeep. Okay, I don't know Candlekeep so well, but yeah, all the others in the Lord's Alliance, backstabbing and political maneuvering, not different from the Brotherhood. Except they have more power, more official power.
They don't wield the things that the Brotherhood wields, though.
What does the Brotherhood wield?
Well, you. People like you.
You just told me I'm useless. What danger am I?
I know you're not useless.
Candlekeep is a building, a small city in and of itself, full of people like me and you. I'm not sure what point you're making.
It's why the power is sought. It's simple. But anyway, it's maybe not the time for that sort of philosophical discussion. Sorry I brought it up. So we head on? If we don't need to ask these questions now, maybe obvious questions after the other powers. Ellen did make a good point.
Yeah. Next tower, then.
Do we need
Are
to
we
take
not-
the body?
We're not asking the question then. Sorry, I'm
We're going to come
confused.
back when we are when we have 5 questions we definitely need an answer to.
Do we need to take the body with us, or shall we leave it here?
We can venture back, or
I'm just saying, I can have the body take itself with us.
You
No
see,
one
this
has to carry anything.
is just this determination to.
Well, if you want to make extra journeys or you want to carry something heavy,
We would only need
that's
to
fine.
take the head.
No, that's no better than.
She's dead.
She's my
And
point.
she's
I
frozen.
like this little one. She talks
If-
sense.
Have a problem with that, but it's dead. So walking around seems too far, too much disrespect. I don't know.
I'll
Probably.
carry her if you want me to bring her.
We could just
Mm,
leave her,
very.
but I just worry that something might happen and she might not be here when we come back. Or that
I
we won't get the chance to come back.
Or we
I
don't have the means to talk to her when we come back.
think that's all wise. We ought to take the means with us. We can give some sort of burial to whatever we do. We take it. All of it at the end. There's some respect.
The important question is if that crown is safe for Eris. What the piece of the poem is for this tower.
So far,
Anything else is a bonus. But those things we need to know. And we need to know them as soon as possible, I think.
well, we don't need to know the-
And then we can leave her to rest here.
we don't know that there may be other burning questions. Let's do as we said. Let's take them with us.
Or we ask them now, you have those questions in the bank, and hopefully we have an opportunity to rest or get another
I can
spell
always
slot.
ask more questions. Talk's right, we want to ensure Iris is safe.
Can we? I don't think she wouldn't be. I did not detect anything to say she would be safe. I mean, we know what the crown does.
I trust Fred Reader. If he
But-
thinks I'm safe, then I think I'm safe.
I don't think it's going to hurt making sure. And I would like to, but I think we don't need to. I mean, we can't forget why we're here. And if it means pausing for time just to visit the remaining towers, I mean,
But there could be, for some reason, we can't come back, and then we lose a line from the Octad. And
that's what I mean. Let's take the woman.
One of the problems, I think, for you folks with your big brains, you overthink everything. It's always about maximum, what's the word? Efficiency? Something. You're always trying to get the most out of everything. And sometimes
You just hear Eris in the background going, a certain type of intelligence.
sometimes you just need to be a little more tough.
You just
do it.
got to do it.
Can you do it again to the same?
Let me just double check.
Or would we have one go?
Because if you keep worrying about the future, then we'll never do anything.
It doesn't say I can't.
Sometimes you just got to do it now.
Oh wait, the spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. Okay, bring her with us. Just let's move.
All right, I'll pick her up. Have we got a bag of holding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pick her up and slide her into the bag of holding. Weird.
We will hold some form of burial ceremony or burning. We will pay the respects that they deserve. But for now, Eris is right. They are a body and they are useful to us at this time. We're thinking of what they are, not what they were.
I think what we're trying to do here justifies this, at least.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Next tower then.
So, you make your way down the stairs,
Making away.
past the carpet monsters, corpses that are now freezing over. Step outside. You see the city before you, as you expect. Much colder now. And everything's beginning to hard freeze. So there was like a rime across everything that you could easily brush off. Now things are beginning to properly glaze over.
Hark, this cold.
Something's changed.
Why is it getting this cold? I can't feel my ears.
We need to start moving, and we need to get a pace going.
You think she's coming?
She might already be here.
Perhaps still
So
right.
we can't waste any more time doing the big brain stuff. We just got to move, and move fast.
And as you have this conversation, you look over towards the portion of the city where you first entered. Although you can't see the ground because the buildings are in the way, across the rooftops and in between certain peaks of the buildings partially collapsed, you do see beams of light, almost like a bullseye lantern, sweeping across, some flicking up into the sky occasionally.
Let's try and keep in cover as we go.
Agreed. Is that the next one there? The red one?
Red would be next, yeah.
How far
Right.
away is that time-wise?
It's 500 feet. As the crow flies, you pick your way through rubble and work your way through streets and things. Probably within half an hour, easy.
Can make
15
us all
minutes.
stealthier if we think that might be useful.
Well, that light
Is the
looks
light-
like someone searching, but we can't be sure.
Is the light able, because they're at the complete other end
Mm.
to us if we're heading to the red, is that light reaching this far? Because I don't want to
No.
use pass without trace until we have to.
No, it's a good long way away, yeah.
Okay, we'll approach stealthily but without magic, I would say.
I don't wear playmail anymore. I'm pretty quiet these days. And they'll be like through the snow as I'm saying that.
And then an even louder herd behind you.
Yeah.
Her just side eyes and says nothing.
Now you just hear a kadunk as he stops moving.
He's doing a Drax eating the popcorn. So yeah, you're moving stealthily.
Trying.
Group stealth check then, please.
Can I guide herd? He's the least stealthy, right?
Sure, but how long does it last?
Fair point.
I've rolled as
Does herd
Have you rolled a turnip?
I've rolled as the party for some reason.
Yeah, do
but
that one
I
again.
rolled 2.
Does herd have disadvantage or anything because of plate mail, or is it just whatever his stealth is?
I think it should say if he's got disadvantage, I think.
Okay. So there's nothing there, so I'm just...
Let's check his inventory. What's he wearing?
Plate mail. Or plate armour. Where it has
Yeah,
disadvantage
he will,
on stealth
yeah.
checks.
Give him a disadvantage.
Almost
Are you
that
keeping
much. I think
your
it was 17.
Are you keeping your 2 TOC for stealth?
Yeah,
You got
but
no
there would be a
modifiers.
plus- there would be a +2 on top of that, I think.
Okay, still shit then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, enough successes there, I would say. You don't, certainly, maybe you were detected, maybe not, but you don't encounter anything, or nothing gives you the impression that you were detected as you move along to the other tower. And as you approach this one, the tower itself is shaped like a big broad-headed axe. There's an angry red glow from the portals and windows that you can see.
I like this one.
Got symbols on that one, Steve.
Yeah, you would spot evocation.
This is going to be violent.
I like it already.
Yeah, occasional sparks illuminate the upper reaches, and the glowing red symbol that you see is the symbol of evocation, and it's just sort of emblazoned right into the middle of the blade of this axe, as it would be, as it's been constructed to look like. And there's an arched door that would lead into the tower.
Shall I go first?
You're keen.
I'll go first then. Nothing bad ever happens when I open the door.
So wait for everyone's laptops to catch up. And as you enter, either something senses your proximity or some other means, but as you enter, braziers sort of light up, and the space begins to illuminate and warm up around you. And you see again more of these floating red orbs, just sparking to lighting up the whole place. The hall that you see in front of you is filled with broken glass, warped metal, and a number of humanoid skeletons. The walls, however, are covered with partially dissolved tapestries. They depict what appear to be wizards posing in athletic stances, posing around a large trophy and an electrified sphere. And at the far end, there's a spiral staircase that leads further up into the tower.
Did you say there was windows?
Not in this room.
Okay. But it got brighter in this room as we entered.
Yes.
So
it's almost like proximity sensors you see in some, like hotels, and you enter, the lights come on, and then as you go away, they turn off again.
We need to be careful about this, because if we light up this tower, it's a sign we're here.
Park, don't move any closer. We need to work out what that is.
It's quite pretty, whatever it is.
Could be quite lethal. What kind of tower did we say this was?
Evocation. Destruction magic.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's going to be violent, possibly painful. But be careful, everyone.
Thread Reader, do you recognise if That thing in the center of the room definitely looks magical.
I'll just cast Detect Magic.
Yeah.
I bet it's...
Just to have it open while we're walking around.
It's a fork almost. It's a metallic pillar rising up out the floor, and then it forks up at the top. So you can quite comfortably walk underneath it. It does have a buzz about it. Yeah. It's actually depicted in some of the tapestries.
Is it doing
And
anything?
it appears... Does it what, sorry?
Is it doing anything in particular when it's depicted in tapestries? So, like a
No,
arc?
it appears in like a stadium setting, with lots of crowds cheering on and athletes competing. It's almost like it's part of a sports game or some kind of entertainment.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what this is. Looks as though it was something that was not necessarily used for anything particularly devastating from the tapestries, but also it is magic. After the books we read in the last hour, I wasn't sure. They seemed to be able to do things by non-magical means that we can't even think of as well. So that can't be taken for granted. But maybe just don't get too close to it.
Well, I know, but if we're going to get past it, we need to go close to it.
Can we go around the edge of the room? I can't. Sorry, but I can't see the actual room itself.
Do you want me to see if I can go around the edge of the room?
First, throw something.
Like what?
Don't know, a hand axe, a pebble.
I've got a turnip in my bag.
Why do you have a How long have you had? Just throw that.
I've had it for about 3 months because I hate turnips.
Yeah, throw it. Throw it. Please throw it.
I'll throw the turnip.
At the fork.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, okay.
I've thrown it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it sails through. Yeah, I mean, it was good pitch, fair play. And as it passes sort of in close proximity, and it is close proximity, sort of within like a foot or something, there's a flash, and a buzz, and it kind of charges, and as it sort of lands and sort of squelches on the other side of the room, you notice it's got this like crackle across it, sort of holding and maintaining a charge.
Okay.
But other than that, it's still intact. Doesn't seem to have taken any damage or...
That's still good for a game of turnip ball when this is all over. I'll have to teach you how to play.
That is not good for anything, Doc. Please don't keep vegetables in your bag for longer than...
Now, you see, this is where my certain kind of intelligence comes in. It is incredibly cold here. Like, really cold. And
It occurred to me as I was saying this, yeah.
Meat and vegetables, like, keep for a long time.
It doesn't matter how cold it is, Todd. It's still turnip.
It doesn't matter how cold it is, what?
It's still a turnip. I don't want to eat it.
Oh, I don't want to eat it. I keep it for, turnip ball. You've played turnip ball, right? You're a Goliath.
I can't say I have. I wasn't very sporty.
You're quite
How
skinny.
long can it ball?
Yeah, anyone can play turnip ball.
Okay.
For my peace of mind, could we now throw something near it, but not at it? Just trying to gauge the distance that we need to be away from it to not get that blue light effect.
about I step forward slowly. And just
Sometimes
see
it's
what
like you're
happens.
determined to die.
No. I'm just, the turnip looks fine.
I'm gonna look to Thread Reader.
It's my good axe. I can't. I've only got 2.
Oh, I think said something, but I didn't hear it.
He's reading a book again. Stop reading and talk to us.
I'm trying to find my spells. Hang on. Not easy.
I don't want to worry you, by the way, but I seem to have lost all my diamonds.
Didn't you give them to cats?
I mean, it sounds like something I would do.
I don't have them in my inventory. Did you give them to me?
I did, yeah.
Okay. It's like, hold Velen!
What was that? Throw Velin. I will take a torch out, unlit, and I'll throw a torch at the thing.
Near the thing, not
Near
round.
the thing.
Established. Get out of the thing.
I've probably already thrown it. Oh, okay, I got loads. I'll throw another one near it.
Yeah, I mean, there's torches flying and turnips rolling and things getting shocked and zapped. And you throw one near it, skitters across the floor, the icy floor. Nothing happens to it.
I
Okay.
think it's fine.
So we can keep at least that distance from it. 5 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet if you can. Yeah.
There's a railing thing here, so oh. All right, I'm just gonna walk by. Stay there.
I need to see you if I need to healing word you.
I will get close and then rush by.
Can you make a dex save, please?
Ah!
This is my thing. I've got rubbish decks, but saving throw.
Yes, please. What did you get?
21.
Oh, 21. Yeah. An arc of electricity leaps out from the mast, sort of strikes the floor where you were, but you're sort of leaping and rolling as you're trying to run through, skidding on the ice, and it hits where you were like a fraction of a second before. Make it through.
It's fine. It's not even that bad, really.
And as you make it through, Tok, you see lots of
collect my turnip.
programmed illusions from the sides of the room, and these tiered benches going up suddenly appear and sort of cheering and clapping and.
Thank you. Didn't even know they were there. Yeah, it's fine. You just got to go really quick. As you walk by, you've got hair, so it's probably easier. You'll feel like the tingle. That's when you need to move quick, because that's when it's going to hit. As long as you move at that point, it's actually fine.
I'm going to turn around. Okay, before I go across, which of us are the least nimble?
Well, I think you should call it a different kind of nimble.
Seriously, do you guys want to bless or not?
I
Oh, you could have blessed me.
Not great.
Threadreader, I think, is the least nimble.
Differently nimble. I think a different kind of nimble. That's what Eris would call it.
Unnimble.
And the anti-nimble. I would not say no, Cass. Thank you. I'm not the fastest on my feet.
Then you get a bless. Who else gets a bless?
Feeling of the meme coming on.
Yeah. Everybody else is at +2, with Barden at +3, funnily enough.
Yeah, I'm just checking what Barden's
Yeah, stick near Barden
got
and
that
you will
helps
get +3.
his dex.
He just gets the +3 from his aura, I think.
That
Everyone
saving
within 10
throws.
feet.
Is this
Yeah.
a saving throw? Yeah.
Does it say that maybe you all run through together with Barden?
Yeah. I could maybe create a wall that wraps around it.
We don't know how bad the damage is.
Oh,
But damn,
Blimey.
that works for Threadreader.
I mean, I could come back. You can go on my shoulders and I can do it again.
No.
I won't be able to. What?
No.
I won't
right.
be able to do a roll though, because I'll probably squish Eris. But
Threadreader tentatively steps out onto the ice, begins to run, and just as he makes his sort of last sort of thrust to get past the electrical field, he skids, wheel spins almost, and goes flat on his face, and the arc zaps out behind him, or where he would have been when he dropped. He quickly scrambles to his feet and continues sort of sliding, Bambiing over to Tok, and makes it across unharmed. While you were face down into the ice, Threadreader, though, you did sort of, not sure if it was a trick of the eye or the electricity sort of flashing in your peripheral, but you could swear you'd see something in the ice. But you didn't have time to think about it and ran.
Ooh.
nice work, Threadreader. That was
I
almost looked deliberate.
I would love to pretend it was, but I think there's something under there.
Who's got bless?
I do, and I was going to say I will. Oh, you mean who's given? I will boop you on the nose and say you're my favourite, and she gets the bless.
And before Eris runs, she will say, "You're my favourite too."
Thought I was your favourite.
I said it
You
very
can't hear, you're
quietly.
too
You're
far
on the
away.
other side of the room.
Okay, so you can bless 3 creatures. So is that you,
I
Eris?
call it a different kind of favourite.
Differently favourite.
Yeah, like Threadreader's different kind of dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking myself as well, so I'm the third.
Okay. Make your saving throws for whoever's passing. You slip through unharmed.
I baseball slide it at the end.
Yeah.
Saving for...
Oh God, who was that? No.
Not his free. I think that's what he's free.
Oh,
I
God,
have a feeling.
don't like that.
Oh, you know it's bad when Barden Herd beats you.
But Barden's like it was on the one for just a second, kind of knocked over, and I was terrified.
Somebody needs to do lock as well. Oh, and Felin, I should bring her in as well. You take 2 points of electricity damage.
Oh,
That's okay.
I like what you've done with your hair, Cass.
What if I? Oh God.
It's kind of vertical now. Oh, now it's like a dandelion.
Oh God. Can just hood up.
1 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Felin slides across. Slides across. And did Barden? Barden makes it. Slides across. All through. Oh no. Did you make it? You made it, Eris, didn't you?
I'm going to get one
And
of
did
these.
somebody roll for lock?
Oh, he takes the most damage as well. Nice. I'll take that off.
Okay, so you're all through.
That's really good. I'm going to get one of those in my house.
There's going to be more of
You are
these
not.
there.
Certainly exhilarating. There's something under the ice, everyone.
Can I look under the ice?
It's probably
try and-
more ice.
Yeah,
No, I've seen other things under the ice before, and they're not good.
What's that big squid thing?
Nobody can see anything under the ice, per se, other than the floor, as you'd expect. But what you can see is movement, I guess, in and of itself, of the ice. It's getting warmer. It's possibly melting.
Oh, we should
Move,
get
everyone move.
the fire's melting it, I think.
Looks like we have to get in and out quick then.
Well, there's nothing here. It's just empty room, I think.
In that room, there are balls manufactured almost like a football or a basketball or a sports ball. Seems to be designed for whatever game this might be. This might be a practice room, for example. There are a number of items of clothing, all matching, like a team uniform. They're made of red silk with golden trimming. And there's other bits of miscellaneous sporting equipment, athletic equipment.
Wow, these are so much better than turnips. Look at this. I'll take one of the balls.
I was never particularly one for team sports. That's both Hazel and Eris.
Mama knows, child. Mama knows.
I tried.
I mean, you've had to act out things in other towers. Perhaps we have to play this correctly. Just let's look at the tapestries downstairs and see if we can figure out how we're supposed to play this game. For a moment.
If everyone
Do
gets out
these-
of that room, maybe the ice will stop melting if the torches go out.
Maybe there'll be a coach, like there was the person in the theatre.
Do these stairs only lead back down then?
Further up.
Shall we have a look upstairs first, or do you want to
Well,
play?
In the
I'd
room
like to
that we
play,
were
but
just-
I don't know the rules.
If the room that we've just run through, what was up there? Was it just ceiling, or was there maybe a viewing platform?
There was no viewing platform. The viewing platform was meant to be from the benches that are on the side,
Okay,
which they are slightly raised, but there's nothing sort of
nothing.
ceiling
Yeah.
level. Yeah,
So the
not
upstairs
like
is
a
not
level above.
not a
No.
cool. Okay.
I'm having one
Another
of
step
these
in
balls.
should.
Oh,
I'm
I
never
think I made a mistake.
I'm never using
Oh.
turnips again.
Hi, Eris. What's that in the corner?
I don't really know. Can I have a uniform, please?
You can take a uniform.
No. put on this probably massive uniform in comparison to her.
Yeah, but you can roll it up and tuck
Yeah,
it in. And
there's those bits that get tied, and
there's an element of Mickey and Fantasia, you know, with all the sleeves are drooping and everything's dragging behind you a little bit. But it's fun.
That's Hazel and I whenever we wear something that isn't petite.
Oh, look at the big hands.
Oh, you've done something great. So this
I'm scared of the
trapezoidal
glowing orb
room,
in the corner.
you'd imagine this is the axe head of the tower that you saw from outside. It seems to be some sort of shrine. There's a painting of a well-groomed, red-robed wizard hanging next to an ornate crystalline display case built into the narrow corner of the room at the tip there. And there's red globules of light float around the room. 2 giant shimmering hands hover near the display case.
Right.
If you don't like that glowing orb, you probably don't want to look in here.
Oh.
Thread reader, they look awfully familiar. They look like what's the spell? Cantrip, floating orbs, dancing lights.
Dancing light. Oh. I just say, oh, and then open up my palm and several similar ones in different colours appear and float around with them.
And does that look like a certain Big Bees?
It does, yeah.
Red Reader, Tom, can you see?
No.
There's 2 floating hands at the end of this corridor.
Okay.
What's the rules to these games? Do you think you have to throw the floating orbs into the hands, or?
And Toc's in, so let's all roll for initiative.
Oh!
Oh, balls. We have a...
Well, I was just curious.
Oh, well done. How do I get to here? There we go. Initiative.
Those are glowing things.
It's so pretty.
Dreadful.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't want to go first.
What is with the initiative?
I got
What's
advantage
happened?
on initiative and I still roll terribly.
Oh no, I didn't roll too badly, but I don't know what initiative is. So, oh no, it come
I
up.
have taken a picture and put it in the chat.
No, I've got it. It's okay. It just appeared. It just appeared.
Okay.
Oh shit! How?
Okay.
Sorry, I just imagine like all the lights and Toc just being like, ooh, and just kind of without thinking taking a step into the room.
So Cass is up first.
Do I notice anything threatening?
Yeah, the hands that were kind of floating there, sort of quite calmly.
They're doing this.
Yeah, like that. And they're kind of balled up, clenching up into a fist, and they're beginning to drift over towards you guys now, I guess.
Oh dear. Then I will. What will I? I wonder if floating hands are dexterous. I think I'll make some poor life decisions.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Poor life decisions.
What have I missed?
No, just that I've run into the melee of battle.
Oh,
I'm going to try this. I don't often get a chance to do this.
Oh.
Oh, I can't turn the template round, but it should catch.
I'll be able to turn it for you.
Oh, yeah, what's-
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them bad
So,
boys.
both hit. So we've got to take Dex.
Good.
And the second one.
Good. Could have been better damage, but hey. I don't know how much health a hand has.
So that was
13 fire
What is it?
damage.
for each of them.
Yes.
Just check if there's any resistances. Oh, I have advantage on saving throws.
God darn it.
Just roll another 2. So this is for the first one. That's for the second one.
Good.
What's happened to the rolls? They've all gone really low.
Good.
So
Good,
I
good,
take
good.
13 damage. Applied damage.
Is this a game, or is this a?
Okay.
What's on the wall at the far end? Are they just pictures of the wizard and stuff?
Looks like trophies, pictures, sporting memorabilia. It's like a shrine to somebody's own sporting prowess, it would seem. And Threadreader is up.
I in the room because I couldn't see from the picture if I was gone upstairs.
Oh, probably not. I'll get you up there.
I will go up, and I've got the dancing light spell. So can I move one of the dancing lights at the hand?
Yeah, you can.
I'll make the dancing lights I created flow at the hand and see what happens. So I'm not entirely sure this isn't just a game.
Yeah, they're ignored. Yeah, it just passes through and around.
Okay, that's not a game.
Oh no. Somebody got the Trumpet of Doom. I'll give you some more action if you would like, Threadreader. That seems a bit mean to make you wait a whole round again.
Okay, I'll just, as I'm realizing that's not doing anything, I'll just thrust out my other hand and fire down a firebolt at it. At them. Just be careful. Bolt.
Okay. Bolt. Okay, roll to hit then, please. Or somebody can.
I'll try.
Oh.
Firebolt.
Are you doing it as electric?
Yes. Did it come up? Did it happen?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Boom. Well, that's certainly a hit.
Natural 20.
Now roll for critical damage.
God,
I can roll damage if you want.
does it come up in the chat? Hang on a second. Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
25 electric damage.
Holy shit. Okay. Wow. Sorry, that was my language. Sorry. I wasn't expecting that.
Nice turn. Nice turn for a cantrip.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
stop a bit, and that'll be it.
Okay. Who's taking control of Locke? Any takers for Tentacle Boy?
Where is he?
Oh, maybe I didn't.
Oh, there he is in the corner. What's he got? How are those hands looking?
How do you
They're already
tell?
looking injured. I don't
Yeah.
think it's worth doing anything more than a firebolt. Does everyone else think?
Yeah.
Do it.
Firebolt the one... Oh wait, he can twin spell. Why not make him use things? Because it's not very high level yet. Do I use a sorcery point or not?
What would
No,
Locke do?
no.
Ask yourself.
He would not do that because he would save. He'd scrimp and save. Let's go for the badly injured one, see if we can take it out.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's it. That's a hit. 11 fire. Okay. Nearly. Okay. Any other movements?
Has he
Before
used
we
all
move
his
on to
movement?
Tok. Okay, on to Tok.
He's got about 5 foot left.
Oh, bring him back 5 foot then.
Okay. Alright, Top will run forward to here. Sorry, Cass, I just saw the lights and I just kind of
Don't apologise, hit!
went towards them. We'll get within 10 feet and then I will
It's so beautiful.
smack the one that looks bad. Or not.
No. That doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
I'll probably be like swinging and looking at Cass going, sorry!
Yeah.
Second one, hopefully.
Just hits.
Just. 14.
14.
And I will use the blunt end as well.
Well,
Rude not
14
to.
drops it,
Oh.
but as it kind of withers and fades away, begins to smoke and smoulder and spark and rises once more.
Oh, that didn't work.
Looks angrier.
Yeah. I'll just smack it with the blunt end. Bonus action blunt end. Oh dear.
That's not quite enough.
It's thrown me a bit, that. Cash, you might want to get back. That is it for me. I will use the last of my movement to step there.
Okay. I would like...
No, I used the last of my movement to go there.
Okay.
10 feet left, so...
The hand drifts over towards Cass, who's
Use my
closest.
reaction to hit that as
Okay.
it enters my... As it comes
Okie dokie.
within 10 feet. Oh no.
Oh,
Dice
no.
have really gone down the pan.
They're not playing today.
They are not.
Where's my music gone? Okay. And it lunges towards you, Cass, and tries to wrap its fingers around you. Dex save,
Ooh.
please.
Don't forget your
That
bless.
thing I've... Is that still up? It only lasts a minute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We're in initial.
You're
Oh,
still
no,
within a
that's-
minute.
To get from... To have... I don't know.
This round only.
Okay. Thank you. Bird, could you come stand near me?
So you succeed. So I think that's all it can do. So turn done. Eris.
The floating orbs.
Aesthetic. It's just light.
Okay. I will walk in. The one that just attacked Cass, I will cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
$23 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 14 radiant damage, and whoever next hits it has advantage.
Nice.
Is there actually a chair in the corner of the room?
Sure, why not?
Can I kick it just to make sure it's not a mimic?
Yeah, why not?
Or a weasel.
Yeah. and then if it's not a mimic, can I kind of hide behind it?
Yeah, well, as you kick your foot out towards the chair, you stand on it. Yeah,
It was that where it says, "Excuse me."
How rude.
Do you mind?
I don't
You
believe
know-
with that, and you're
You now have the high ground. General Aster. Okay, bird is up.
Yeah. So he is going to step in. Got the wrong thing. There we go. 15. That's my. Sorry. I'm trying to go back to a martial class. That's 30 feet. So he'll go aim for the one javelin.
Which one? The red one?
Yeah, the red one.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Well, is Nat 20's coming from?
The rolls are either rubbish or nat 20s.
Yeah.
So just check something.
Just need one for the guy with brutal criticals.
A javelin isn't a melee attack, is it? It's a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't smite, unfortunately.
No. But that's fine, although with what we've got. Choose
Okay.
11
That's not bad for a javelin.
damage. Does he get 2 attacks
He
as
does.
his action?
You
Yeah.
can throw two
Can he javelin
javelins.
twice?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've never used javelins before, so 12.
That misses, unfortunately.
Yeah. Let me just do a very quick check. Bonus actions. No. He will just. I think he's got 5 foot of move. 5 foot of movement left. He'll step up a bit more.
Okay. Valian. What can she do? Let's take a look. Oh, wow. She doesn't have much. She's rubbish, isn't she?
That's what I've been saying.
Let's do Wand of Magic Missiles.
I think Nas Lantamir was better.
Oh, yeah. Well, she'd be all right if you let her do the things that she was good at, but nobody will let her.
what brace zombies?
Well, yeah. So the automatic hit, how many is the 3, I think, isn't there? So we'll go for 1 on the red one and 2 on the purple one. Oh. So a 4 and a 2 plus 1 each, isn't it? So
yeah.
So the first one goes down, or the red one goes down.
Oh.
And then 8 off the other one. -8 off the other one. There we go. Back up to Cass.
The big angry red one doesn't come back.
You don't see it.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's an invisible one, probably.
I'm in melee now. Okay. With that, I can do
The magic
Word of
missile
Radiance.
doesn't use the advantage that's left on that one, does it? Because it's an instant hit.
Yeah, there's no hit roll to make, is there? So
Okay.
Can it make me a con save, please?
con save, yeah. Oh, be advantage if it's versus it passes anyway.
Well, I was here.
If it's any consolation, I missed mostly last turn.
They do have quite high ACs. Is that you?
Yeah.
Okay, Threadreader. Another critical firebolt would be nice.
Yeah, I did. Which is the I'll firebolt, electric firebolt, then the least the one that looks.
There's only one left now.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I Discord disconnected again for me.
Yeah, no, that's cool, mate. I'm
I'll
trying.
just do the other one. The one that's around. Yeah. Can someone draw it for me? I'm still loading Foundry. Sorry, it all just disconnected for me.
That hits.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
18 damage. Gone. Replaced by spitting, angry red one.
Okay.
Yeah, so you killed it, Threadreader, but then the angry red one rose in its place.
Nice.
Is the sentence I said.
Step back behind the doorway then. Bravely.
Brave the Threadreader.
Lot to go.
Very little for these situations.
That's strange. I don't see it in the. Oh, there. That's because it's not an initiative anymore. There we go. That's a hit. Yeah, good damage. And Sock next.
Oh, okay. Is it still going? I'm going to move to
Just.
here.
That's definitely hit.
26 and 11.
That's enough to put it out of action. So, let's get rid of that horrible, stressful music. Okay.
I'm not getting one of these in my house. Just saying. This game's rubbish.
Take one of the balls though.
Oh, I got one of the balls already. I'll never use a turnip again.
So as you approach Talk and get closer to the display case, you hear a voice. You don't understand the language, I don't think, but Cass would probably be able to piece it together in the Elvish speakers. And it says, Zadulus, you handsome devil, where's your trophy? The next big tournament is 667,218 days ago. Better head down to the Chain Lightning Stadium, bring it home where it belongs.
How loud was that?
Everyone heard it.
Like,
As in-
everyone had it, as in, like, was
It was
it
in a weird language.
a
though.
loudspeaker outside?
No, it was Magic Mouth spell.
Okay.
Pre-programmed message.
I don't like this Remy. I thought it was a bit handsy, if I'm honest.
So we do have to play the game, and we have to win, and then a trophy will appear, and we'll place it here, and we'll get the line.
What are you asking me for? I'm not the ideas person.
I'm just throwing ideas out there and
I
hoping
mean,
to get something
I'll
back.
happily play the game. How do you play the game, though?
I
Well,
think so. And can we look around to see if there's any memorabilia or like team photos that give us some kind of idea? Any newspaper cuttings that just happen to, describe the exact rules of the game?
You'd probably be able to make an investigation check, please.
No.
I run downstairs and see if I can piece it together from the tapestries.
You'll have to go past the Chain Lightning.
Well,
I
can you see
volunteer
this?
as tribute.
But I mean, looking around and based on the equipment you've seen and the room you've found, the stuff that you've seen so far, you'll be able to work out this was a sport that they used to play. It was popular. You've seen reference to chain lightning. It's a sport. You don't have access to the rules with that role, unfortunately, but it's you know that you can take damage from those things, but it's minor, so it's sort of considered. That's what makes it exciting, I guess. It's not really enough to kill you, but it's like rugby, I suppose. You get hurt, but it's part of the sport.
So when I went through, they all cheered. So maybe we need to it's two teams, and you have to get the ball to the other side.
How
You
many?
did pass a big stadium when you first entered the city, but you were trying to avoid sort of death by side quest. So you said, let's stick to the towers, but you do remember seeing the same shapes with. So there is a stadium in the city that you would have noticed.
Well, maybe we need to go play there. It did say, well, I didn't hear what it said because some of it was Draconic, but most of it was Elvish.
You do see a partially covered placard, which says it's obscured, so you can't get it all. It says 5th something a flame something. So there's something there, but the case itself is appears in pen. It's not like typical glass or.
It's not frozen.
No.
My only concern is if we go play a game at a big stadium, those lights that are searching for probably us will know exactly where we are. So either we leave this to last, or we could smash the cabinet.
Does it have to be the trophy? I mean, can we put something on the pedestal and it will tell us?
These people seem far too clever for that, but we can try.
Yeah, I don't feel like they would make it that easy, but
Can we open it?
You try and you can't. It's magical.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! I've got knock, but I probably don't have it prepared.
You don't see a lock of any description or any openings. It's just like solid barrier all the way, invisible barrier all the way around. No locks, no openings, no hinges. It's
you're right, you don't have it prepared.
No, don't. Curse of being a wizard. Okay. Well, that's inconvenient.
So get
Well,
some uniforms, get some balls.
Well, I mean, I feel that if we don't have to play a game here, then if it's in the stadium, then we just find the trophy in the stadium and bring it here.
It would be less conspicuous.
Be less fun though.
Yes, but there are people looking for us, Doc. I agree, we should suit up and bring the balls with us, but
Words
maybe
to
leave
live
it till
by.
the end.
Just in case we actually have to do it.
How many costumes, uniforms are there?
enough for all of you. Easy.
Put them in the
Please.
bag.
With sports, Harry, we didn't really have sports. Do they? How do you learn the rules?
Well, normally someone tells you them. So we, in turnip ball, you basically you split into two teams, and you have to get the turnip to the other end of the opponent's bit of the field, but they are allowed to smack you.
Should asking for the rules be one of the questions?
I will write that down. Oh, what's it called? Chain lightning?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because I nearly wrote, what are the rules to turnip ball?
I just told you.
if we're leaving this place, we could look at the tapestry. Maybe we can figure it out.
Hey, in an ideal world, we go downstairs, we suit up, and an
It's a
illusory
dance
team
off.
appears on the other side,
Oh,
and we don't have to go to the stadium.
tapestry, is that where you get lots of food but in small bowls?
Yes, Doc.
Okay.
Steve, give him disadvantage on his next throw.
I don't need it with the rolls I've been getting.
It's a certain type of intelligence.
Yes.
Special kind of intelligence.
Differently intelligent.
Yeah. But I mean, all the trophies and things within that cabinet there would probably fetch you a good sum of gold if you was to try and were to be able to get access.
Have you tried smacking it?
Not normally my first report.
It's a magic place, isn't it? It was
It
the
probably would.
vocation thing that you said. It'll probably blow up and burn all your eyebrows off, and then you'll be upset with me.
Let's not.
I am really proud that you realised that.
Yeah, I noticed you lot had eyebrows ages ago. It's one of the
Wait,
first
how
thing
do
I
you
noticed.
express
What's
He's
Look
got them,
sharp.
but they're just not furry.
Ridgy.
kind of ridgy, spiky bit there?
How do they move much?
Not much, no.
Can you furrow them?
Are they furrowing?
No.
Then no.
I'm really sorry if at any point you've been angry with me and I've just not noticed.
When have you ever seen me angry?
I was
Well,
surprised.
that's the point.
The thing to look for, if the cold smoke starts coming out of my mouth, that's usually a sign.
Can't stop moving my eyebrows now. Thank you for this.
You're just showing off
I'm
now.
aware of them.
You're just rubbing it in. Dragon Ball Botox. Right. Let's get some, as you so lovely phrase, some sports costumes and some balls. And are we going to another
And some
tower?
rules.
And some rules. What?
You need to
We're
head
gonna
back
ask
downstairs and
the
try
dead
and get
person for
out
the rules. Oh yeah.
past
We're
the
gonna look at
electric
some-
post.
Yeah, and some tapestry.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie, I could eat.
Down we go then.
Shall we make more deck saves?
Hell yes. There's no rules in this changing room, is there?
You would have another look, except that when you get down, you notice that the floor has now completely melted. And rather than it being water from melted ice, you realise that the floor that you thought was ice was actually a series of transparent oozes that had been frozen and have now thawed out and are waiting for you. Next session.
Why do you hate us?
Yay! Ooze floors.
Oh,
I got a little something for you.
And it's ooze. Davey says, would you say rugby is bigger in the UK than football, soccer? No.
no. In Wales.
Yeah, in Wales, yeah, probably
still
in
not.
Wales.
Maybe.
Football's
It's not-
very, soccer, football, it's very popular here.
Football.
Not with me.
It's
not
a
me, since
lot
I-
of ooze.
Oh no, how much is it? Oh,
Sentient earwax.
Oh,
it does look
That
like
is
earwax. And I'm hoping that
disgusting.
they don't like lightning. As you all come
Don't
down
like
the stairs, that was not me.
Talking about it yesterday, I would like to go to some rugby matches. I've not been in years, and I do enjoy
It's
the
good.
rugby.
Oh, I love a
Weirdly,
bit of
for a sport that's a lot rougher, in theory it's rougher, but it's actually a lot more civilized, I find, than soccer can
yeah,
be.
the rugby's a thug's game played by gentlemen, and football is a gentleman's game played by thugs.
Yeah.
I've been to quite a few women's football matches, and I do prefer women's football. But yeah, I like rugby. I would happily go to rugby. I had a lovely time when I went to see the rugby in Bath, and I got to drink cider, and everyone was
Cider.
very politely explaining the rules to me because I didn't have a clue what was going on, and it was.
Well, I think the Red Roses are playing Canada in September. I was going to get tickets to me and Isla, so that's done at Sandy Park in Exeter, so it's a long way, but if you're
Get
interested,
the train.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big sports fan, but you can't be. I mean, even football, I kind of haven't followed football since I was a teenager, to be honest. But you can't beat the atmosphere at a game. It's incredible. Same with rugby. It's just a big game. The atmosphere is So good.
Some-
I'm sure it's the same with
Some of the
the
most
motorsports.
fearful experiences I have had have been walking past a football stadium, either as a game is about to start or a game has just let out.
It's worse
Terrifies
when
me.
they're let out. If a team has lost, it
Yeah.
can be, the atmosphere can be not good. I'm sure it's the same everywhere in the world, but it's not very
A lot
pleasant.
better than it used to be. It used to be. I remember when I was going to watch football as a kid in the 90s. It was pretty horrendous.
They're
Yeah.
policed a lot better now, aren't they? And
Yeah.
they know who are more likely to cause trouble than not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
With
quite
the
organised
derbies
back
or
in the
whatever.
day.
Yeah.
But for rugby is never even. I mean, they don't even separate the fans in rugby. You're all mixed together. It's
Yeah.
never great. It's just a great atmosphere. Yeah.
Lovely
Yeah, I'll let you
stuff.
know. I'll let you know when the game is. Then, if everyone's interested, and
Mm.
whoever wants, welcome to get tickets.
Yeah, come over, Davey.
Hey, if I
It's a long way
can't
to
manage
go.
this one, I'll try and manage it.
Rugby
Okay.
and football are both quite nice because I know like I saw a baseball game when I went to the States a long time ago, and it just seemed to take all day. Rugby and football are more like sort of 90 minutes, and yeah, it wouldn't be worth the flight.
Although
but it
Wrexham
just,
are quite popular these days, aren't they?
yeah, oh yeah,
Mm.
they are, yeah, because of Ryan Reynolds.
Mm.
Yeah, but I like the fact that it's it's quite fast paced and it's over in an hour and a
And
half,
it's
and
over,
then
and that's
you
the
can
bit
go to the
fun.
pub.
Story of my life.
Awesome. Yeah, it would be a long flight, I think. Right. I'll
There we
I'll
go
wrap
then.
it up then, unless there's anything else to say.
No, I think that's it. I'll get
Thanks,
ready to hear
everybody.
you next week.
Yeah,
Sorry
thanks.
for having everyone do the things for me.
Don't worry.
We got
No
through it.
worry. Thanks for
Join
dialing
in.
in from Europe.
Oh, it's good fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Yeah. We got a game tomorrow or not?
I can try. It ran okay. There was a small blip in the middle, but it seems
Certainly
manageable.
try.
Okay.
Have you your laptop be on your as a phone hotspot? Are you on your phone?
I'm on my laptop using my phone as a hotspot, yeah.
Cool.
It's okay if you're on
See you,
holiday. You're on
Davey.
holiday. I just thought I'd check. Night, Davey.
Night, Davey.
I always expected to. This is what I want to do.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I would be the same. You know me. I'm the person that played D&D from a camper van in a car park.
Yeah, I was
once.
sat there going, if he can do it in a caravan, I can do it in a cabin in Scotland.
Yeah. Yeah, one game I was
Evocation.
in the back of my camper van, and the other game I drove to a car park and just had my phone, using Discord on my phone, because I had to drive because it was the middle of Wales and there was no phone signal, so.
Vacation in this group.
Yeah.
It is.
It's real.
Or obsession, depending on how you look at it.
It can be
I
both.
don't have a problem. What are you talking about?
I've got a problem. You've got a problem.
It's like,
I love the problem.
Committed. You should all be committed.
Yeah.